What up, Nation? Welcome to another edition of the WiseTake Nation podcast. Technically, this is episode 10 because we did this for NFL. We were doing a sports gambling thing, and basically, whenever we don't know exactly what we want the show to be, or we don't have a specific topic in mind that is normally up our alley, we call it the WiseTake Nation podcast. CK013 here once again. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. And I, of course, am joined by the GOAT, the true OG. Y'all, of course, know him as Paulie D, and y'all can find him on Twitter at Paulie with 8 Ds. Paulie, what's happening?
What's happening? It's a weird day. These are strange times.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about having no DFS, no WiseTake Nation in my life for, the unforeseeable future. I'm optimistic. It's going to come back hard, but for now, I don't know what to do with myself. Got a lot of extra time on hand. It's like vacation, unexpected.
Yeah, and as you can see, too much time on Paulie D's hands is not good for Paulie D.
No.
Oh, man.
I'm tired. It's been a long day. Worked my ass off, and kicking off celebrations for the weekend. So
yeah,
the dirty will be done.
The dirty's gonna get done one way or another. We don't have DFS. We'll do the dirty on something else. I feel sorry for the next neighbors over, but the dirties don't stop. Speaking of dirty, maybe that's not the right word. Maybe that was a little harsh. but I got just obviously we'll address the last NBA slate, or if you even want to call it that. I guess you can call it that because the winners got paid, right? So there were people that won money. So it was a slate. Yeah. And first of all,
it was a slate.
First of all, shout out to FanDuel and DraftKings for handling that the right way. Anybody who was affected by those games that got canceled, they made sure you weren't at a complete loss. They gave you your money back. So props to them. They handled it the right way. I was wondering how they're going to do that. And the reason I was wondering so hard is because myself, like you, Paulie, and many of the WiseTake Nation were pretty heavy specifically on some of the Utah players with Gobert out and the Sacramento New Orleans game, which also got canceled because it was just at that, didn't make any sense to let it play, I guess, at that point. So we were like as heavy as you could be on those two specific spots, right? Like I had 100% Bradley. I had
me too.
Every New Orleans player, I had a minimum. My lowest New Orleans guy was 40%. On the other side, of course, I got 45% on the Kings.
You might not know this, but during the stream yesterday, you got up to walk Patch's check on him something.
Yeah, he was eating my Air Force Ones, mothers.
Yeah. Whatever. And I was like, man, what am I going to talk about? I'm like, you know what? I'm just letting you guys know I'm going 100% Tony Bradley. That's happening. This guy is just legit upside. Whenever he's played, he's done that dirty for me. And, you were excited all day about the opportunity to get Tony Bradley.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just letting him know in private that I was going all in. And I was happy when I saw tweets about I had 100% of that stuff. And, DK better pay us back.
Yeah. They did. So no harm, no foul. But it was good to see everybody ready because, it's a spot where he would have definitely done that dirty. And it would have been a question.
Oh, yeah.
And we would have been so overweight on him, too. He was only 36%. But at the
he wasn't that high, yeah. He was low.
Yeah.
He was low.
But at the end of the day, shout out to the nation. Speaking of the nation, in the YouTube chat, shout out to IMAX. We see you. Juice, what up, nation? Wes Bearden says 16 rolls of toilet paper available. I'll let him go for $100 a roll plus shipping.
That's awesome. Love the nation.
That was such a good comment.
He's hustling, trying to make a dollar, but he's also looking out. So
yeah,
that's love.
Yeah,
love that.
No, that is. Steve Samsel, what's up, bro? He says he's happy that that DK and FanDuel did right by people at least. Absolutely. And to be clear, those of you who subscribe to WiseTake.com, it's our WiseTake Nation, the core WiseTake Nation. We're going to do things the right way as well. Anyone who has a recurring subscription, we've already paused your subscription, so you're not going to be charged until this whole thing is sorted out. And once we figure out the timetable on when we start to expect the sports and we go back to regular content, we will make sure to credit everybody, including those who got 3-month passes and year passes. We're going to make sure we're going to work with you guys. So bear with us. As we get more information, we'll give you guys more details. But we're going to make sure to do everybody right for those of you who are subscribed to WiseTake.com, just to be clear. So we'll put out a tweet or something in the morning. But I've already told everybody in the Slack. And just to be clear, if anybody does catch this show. So we will take care of you guys. On some other shit. So Rudy Gobert, man, that was wild, right? Like, my understanding, and from a couple different sources, my understanding was that Rudy Gobert felt like shit in the morning, and so he didn't go to shoot around. But apparently he felt better, and so he said he wanted to play. He felt good enough to play. They tested him for influenza. They tested him for strep throat. All that stuff came back negative. And then so they decided to test him for coronavirus. And sure enough, the results came back right before tip-off, basically right before the game started, and he tested positive, which is exactly why the game ended up getting delayed and then canceled. Just wild, man. Just wild stuff. And now we're hearing that he apparently gave it to Donovan Mitchell. There was obviously that clip of him being sarcastic, not taking that shit serious, and like smacking all the microphones and the reporters, touching every one of the recorders, all that kind of stuff. So Rudy Gobert, man, probably not feeling so great on multiple levels. Hopefully, we wish him a speedy recovery and all that gravy train stuff. But just a wild, like, talk about things that you just don't expect to happen. Like, you just don't expect an NBA game, like, especially us as DFS players. We've seen games get canceled because of leaks in the arena. In baseball, you got flooding sometimes, poor drainage systems. But just imagine. Did you ever think there's any way that a game would get canceled because of that?
And like how close to starting it was. Like, they were like 5 minutes to tip off, and all of a sudden they called it because, I guess they found out that Rudy had it, and the other team was like, what?
Yeah.
But it was so close to actually going on.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was like the first domino of this whole like crisis beyond sports. It was like Rudy thing happened, NBA game canceled. Then Trump came out. We ain't flying to Europe. Then the entire NBA season got canceled. Then the NHL got canceled. Like, the stock market got hammered today.
Oh, dude.
Obliterated.
Dude, I had I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it could have been worse. Obviously, recently I've gone through way worse days personally, but yesterday, and it's definitely because I'm trying to quit smoking cigarettes, or I quit smoking cigarettes, I should say. But yesterday, I was one of the most irritating, aggravating, like, when it rains it pours type shit. Just like the minute that show ended and we left, it was just non-stop, just everything, just one after another, just of pure shitness. And I told you the process that led up to that. And then, of course, I'm sitting, at the table, and one of me and my wife's friends asked, like, so has the coronavirus affected your job at all? And, like, the minute, right on cue, just too good to be true, right on cue, phone vibrates, look down, and boom, game's been postponed. And I just look up, and I say, yes. yes, it has, What
was the way you first found out that was going on?
So I saw your text about the delay, because I had shit going on. So I had my laptop with me, but I was trying to do social stuff and try to be a good person. Unfortunately, when how it is when you quit smoking, you've gone days without smoking cigarettes, and if you have a temper like someone like myself, things can get out of hand. But that was how your text, and I'm like, oh shit. I hope he's fucking with me, but Paulie don't ever really fuck with me like that, because that was my first, And then sure enough, I go into Slack. Yeah, oh yeah. Sure enough, I go into Slack. I see the thing, and so I'm looking on Twitter. I find the Jazz beat writer. Now I'm really looking, and I'm just like, holy shit, this game is going to get canceled. There's no reason they would let this thing be delayed this long if they did not have every intention of canceling it and discussing the repercussions and what comes next. You know what I'm saying? And at that point, I mean, isn't it ironic though? Even when they postponed the Kings game, didn't they postpone it like after 10:30, like after the scheduled time? Also, it was like 10:32 when I got the notification. When I saw it, it was like 10:32 p.m. Eastern. At that point, you couldn't even get out of the game. It was too late. They just kind of out of nowhere just said it's canceled. And people were speculating it may get canceled, and I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about what the league did. DraftKings made right by us. They felt that was the best move to keep the players safe. I'm not complaining about what happened. Just at that moment, not knowing all the details and just experiencing the ups and downs of a typical DFS sweat, and wanting your community and your company to just have the best shit and just be ready to smash. And because all the people that listen, that put into work, the people in the chat right now, Mr. OG DFS, Aaron, Dan T, like all these people, Juice, all of them, MG, all the people that come and listen, like we just want to see them win and be successful. And when we know they got burnt, also, it's just the emotions of all that, bro. It's just like, just ready.
Dude, when it first came out, the announcement was the NBA will be suspended, for indefinite future after the conclusion of tonight's games, right? So the Utah thing had been canceled. That was the only game left. Like, I just unloaded on every showdown slate I could get into. I was like, this is it. Going down throwing, like, it's my last chance. Going to be no NBA for a while. Like, give it all you got. I was so bummed when it got canceled.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, all right, let's go. I was building all these weird contrarian teams with like $2,000 left on the table. I was like, we're going to win. We're going to take one down right for the break. Yeah. I was bummed.
Oh, yeah. Even even to cap that night off. So on the drive home, I got Patches with me in the new car in the back, and I got him on the ride home. Then I find out while I'm driving home that's when they said they're suspending the season for now. All they said is they're suspending the season. So now I'm hearing, oh shit, like like we didn't just lose this slate or like a week, like we don't know, this is it, like the season is off, like oh shit, not feeling so great. Then I'm on my block. Patches starts choking in the back seat. He's got the little harness with the seatbelt thing. He's choking. So now I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh shit. Speeding down my block, pulling the driveway to see he wasn't choking. He was yakking. A massive amount of unprocessed, unbroken down food. Not on the cloth that was there. He somehow managed to lift that up before just plopping it right on the leather. So it was just like a day, just one of them days. Like a lot worse could have happened, right? It wasn't like the end of the world, but for me personally. But at that moment, I just wanted to destroy stuff. I just wanted to break things. I wanted, you know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to, inflict pain. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like this. I did not though. I had some self-control.
Good for you, man.
Thank you. I didn't even tweet anything too crazy either. I was proud of myself for that.
It's progress.
That is progress. Yo, what are your thoughts on though? I mean, listen, neither of us are exactly like super educated on the coronavirus. I'm not sure how. I don't want to speak for you. I'm not sure how much you've looked into it, and you hear things from people, and you read things, but everybody's got something different to say about it, right? Like you feel like everybody's got a different statistic. This many people died. This many people died. How many fucking people died? Why is there so many like different reports? It all depends on who you ask, but like. In general, like, are you see the thing at the grocery store, like I don't know about you, but around here at the grocery store, it's crazy, right? Lines out the door. Toilet paper is a priority. We saw my man trying to hustle over the chat.
I like that.
Like, what are your feelings on this virus thing, man? Are you like worried or kind of
like sure, so like. To me, it's hard to like hear something in the news and believe it nowadays, and like you gotta like make your own assessment. But I think like the like uncontested facts that are like important is like there's this rapidly spreading disease that there's no cure for. So like in general, that's something we've never dealt with. It's, definitely time to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I think everyone was just ignoring it, being like, we'll never be affected. And all of a sudden it got like very real. And you should definitely always be prepared versus not. I'm hoping it's like, more hysteria and overreaction. It feels to me like when we get hurricane warnings down here. And, we'll see like if it goes away like that when the storm passes, or if this like gets escalated to the next level, but it's something to definitely pay attention to.
Yeah. I mean, what else could you do, right? Like so to me, it's like, there's definitely, obviously there's concerns that I have. I'm not like, even though I smile on the show and all this kind of stuff, that's just like, yo, man, like, it is what it is. What am I going to do about it? Do my best to stay out of its reach. But at the end of the day, like, if, say my wife, who still has to go to work, if she were to catch it, I'm not going to isolate my wife. Like, you know what I mean? If she's catching it, like, I'm getting it too. Let's go. Let's do it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just, what's annoying to me, what I get frustrated with is like, when somebody gives you news that's like bad news, like, oh, it is spreading. This many people got it. How come nobody is talking about, like, if you got that kind of news, if the doctor said to you, yo, Paulie, you got coronavirus, what are the first questions that you're going to have immediately? How long am I going to have this shit? Like, what happens when I have it? Like what's the solutions? What medicine I got to take? Like, those are the questions you're like, but like, they don't answer those questions on the news. All they do is tell you this,
Right.
more got it. Well, how long is it taking for these people to recover from it? Because obviously in China, they say like, oh, 80,000 people had it, 60-something thousand people already recovered from it, and then the rest of them still have it, and then 4,000 of them passed, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like it seems like
because
people,
it's happening so quick that there is no like real data. There's all these different like stories, but there's nothing consistent yet.
Yeah, I mean, the NBA is gonna treat Gobert and Mitchell like they're little guinea pigs, man. Right? They're just gonna see how it goes. That's probably what they're waiting for. Let's give them a month and make sure, see what happens. Make sure that, like, like, if Gobert gets over this in like a week, they're gonna be like, all right, so maybe we don't need to wait a full month, right? Like,
Right, for sure.
But if it takes Gobert a full month, then they may even be the opposite. But
I think the NBA said they will be delayed a minimum of 2 weeks from the last time someone in the NBA like had it.
yeah,
So as long as nobody else gets it, 2 weeks, I think they could reasonably start back.
yeah, no, yeah, I agree. And like, at this point, we're gonna have a decent sample size, because like Mr. OG DFS in the chat says Charles Barkley has self quarantined. He may have coronavirus, waiting on results. So like, it's reaching like just not random, but it's reaching people like enough to where
Tom Hanks
we're gonna
has it.
right,
like,
exactly. We're gonna start getting these samples, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen.
But like the fact that like Rudy Gobert gave it to Donnie Mitchell, but no one else on the team, like, that to me is a strong sign, because like they're all so susceptible to it, like as much as possible, probably. Like, if you practice with a guy or play against him, and only one guy of the how many were surrounding him like got it so far.
Yeah,
so
man.
I think that's like a positive.
They gotta check OG. Like, I want to know how. I want to talk to OG. You saw, right, the game before. It was like 2 days before that. Him and OG were in each other's face. Gobert, they were like getting into a little confrontation. They were like right up to each
Nah, I
other's
didn't even
face.
see that.
Yeah, they were like right up there. So I'm curious, like,
That's
how's
like,
OG feeling, man? You know what I mean? Like,
and then the whole media, because Gobert touched their mics and stuff,
that
which
was
is just a crazy ripple to the whole thing.
right. Isn't that like that is like. Is there like, how do you make a meme of that? That's gonna be a meme, right? Like, it's gonna be like him with
It
the
is.
still.
It already is. But
Okay, yeah. Shows how much I go on
it's
fucking Twitter.
funny. Like, there's still some like hatred, but he came out, like, did the right apology. Like, it's pretty clear he didn't like know he had it, and he was like making a joke of the situation.
Of
And,
course,
like, that's kind of like a bitch, and he feels terrible about it. Like, initially, I was like, "What an asshole!" But like, I'm not like upset at him. You know what I mean? Like, I know he just made a dumb mistake. People do that stuff all the time.
Yeah,
You know what
well,
I mean?
at a certain point, you're just like, you know everybody else. Like if you walk down the street right now, and the first person you see, if you were like, yo, how about Rudy Gobert? That person's gonna be like, that dumb motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna immediately. So it's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to kick him while he's down. Like, dude
Yeah,
is
right.
sick.
Like the guy's got corona. That's horrible. I would not want to
Seriously,
be. That's
it's
like hitting the wrong scratch off the opposite way, kind of. You know what I mean? Like the odds of that happening.
A scratch off, or if you lose, if you win,
The reverse scratch off he hit.
If you win, you can win like $1 million. If you lose, you can get some lethal virus that no one knows about.
Yeah, he spun the wheel of doom. Like
yeah,
bad luck.
he tapped the mic. Never mind. Yeah,
but supposedly, like he had guests from Europe, which is way more contaminated than we are.
Right,
supposedly,
right.
70% of Germany is supposed to get it. Italy is getting crushed.
Yeah.
And Gobert had some guests because he's French.
Right.
Now Donnie Mitchell, just his buddy on the team, got it because those people. It's like whoa.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's been it's crazy.
I shake hands with like 30 people a day at work. Right. A few people, like I just do it instinctively. A few people are like, nah, And I was like, yep, you're right.
Yeah.
But that's strange. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm doing my best to not leave the house, which is pretty much what I do every day. So it's easy for me. No,
I was speaking anyone's fights, and I'm not qualified to, but I think that's your best bet. Don't leave the house. Leave only if you need to. You'll be all right.
See, it would have been okay if we had DFS, because then there's still a way to make up, for like at least I can make money while I'm at home. But
fanless, until Gobert was like a direct hit into the NBA, it was going to be fanless, and they were going to continue on to give the people something. Like sports is like, some people's like, what keeps them from, doing worse shit to themselves. It's an escape, and taking that away during this is fucking brutal.
Brutal. Definitely brutal. Canadian Steve Samsell says Canadian Prime Minister's wife has the bug.
Yeah. Is there any DFS sport left out there that you're hoping doesn't get canceled that like you're looking forward to playing?
I mean, for the sake of the nation, NASCAR's been a popular show of ours, actually. So like, I know that they plan on going with no fans or whatever. So for their sake,
but they're still they're still gonna race this week.
I believe.
Oh, that's awesome.
As of this morning, that was when I spoke to Tommy Shake and Bake. That was the I love that name, Tommy Shake and Bake. Baby, let's go. That was the status. So.
If you're a DFS guy, how do you not? Grab that content. You don't know nothing about that sports. You gotta get yourself at least what makes sense. Yeah. Throw 150 lineups in. If it has to be like the 5 cent on FanDuel, 25 cent, doesn't cost that much or whatever. Get crazier and just see what happens in like the most variant sport. You got nothing else. There's no slate tomorrow. Like, might as well enjoy the ones you get. It don't matter what sport it is.
Yeah, it's true. I can tell you with
I hope it hangs on. You gotta make 3 more days hoping it hangs on.
Man, they even what is it? March Madness was canceled. Holy shit!
March Madness.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Dude,
like
somebody put up a tweet of One Shining Moment 2020. You know what One Shining Moment is, right?
I feel like I should, but I don't.
All right. At the end of every basketball tournament, at the end of the championship game, right before they cut out, they do a One Shining Moment montage of the entire tournament.
Oh, yes, the montage. Okay, yes.
Great.
Yes.
It's great.
It is
like
cool.
Part of, Final Four every year.
Yeah.
They did the 2020 with no one in there, no one on the court, and I was like, wow, that's cool.
Oh, no, they did one? Oh, gosh.
Yeah, it was like brutal. A meme, like, the 2021 shining moment. It was like an empty court. I was like, wow.
Damn. What does it say here? IMAX says all PGA events have been canceled through the Valero Open.
Ah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought into the showdown tomorrow. Like, damn, that sucks. I was hoping for that to hang on.
Just dropping.
Ah, another one. Like the lobby right now, there's only like 4 sports in it. It's like,
is it esports still going? Because we got guys for that. We got Cam and our boy
that's the
Gov.
only one I think has no risk of going away.
Because they
That's
could
the only
technically
one I
work
think
from
has
home,
enough.
right? Like, couldn't they just?
Right. They don't need to gather them. They can just compete online. Yeah.
Right.
The poker community is like petitioning to the government to give a temporary like pass on the bill they did that made poker online illegal, so that give the people something. I would love for that to happen. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. I would be awesome
I'm
for a ton of. I mean, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like just
yeah.
really thinking about like how many sports, how many like everything, which obviously affects what we do on a daily basis. So
Oh yeah.
like that's not
So
good.
soccer, which that I doubt I would ever play, because I don't even know anyone that knows anything about it.
Yeah.
But maybe, if someone was like, I know this, then maybe I can get behind it. NASCAR, which, 3 days to pray it's still there. I don't know. But thinking about it, the sport, there's no like touching. So like they're less at risk. I could see it being fanless, but still going on. So that's cool. And then MMA, like, which is fighting, I don't think has a chance of staying around, but I would love it because that is a fun sport on the rise. And I would definitely play that DFS. I'd break Wig Splitter out of retirement for one special episode. He'd do it.
Yeah, I'm just looking into the chat. I'm just getting lost
Bring
in
Wig
the chat.
Splitter back out of retirement.
I love that. Brett Cheese says horse racing. I love that. Horse racing though. That's good. Oh man. Tay just says every sport just got shut down because of one guy, Rudy. I did see what is it? The somebody made like a I don't know. They edited the video of him tapping the thing, and it was like some kind of little beat action thing at the end. It was pretty cool. I was gonna tell you to check it out, but I don't remember where I saw it. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those
That's
nights.
considered a meme.
A meme?
Isn't that a meme?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so. I
I'm
thought a
not
meme
sure.
was just like the picture.
Like,
Isn't it just the picture?
I think they can be like virtual and like, I think memes can have like sound and action. I don't know though. I really don't, but I'm curious. Damn. So all my golf stuff's gonna come back, and now it's like pray that NASCAR survives. MMA, I think like they don't have like a great event this weekend. I think it's next week. They have a really good big fight coming up with a great card, but it's definitely not this weekend. This weekend is. What would you say the percentage of this still being a slate by the time Saturday night gets here? MMA fighting. What percentage would you say is the likelihood of it still being a slate, not getting canceled?
Have they said that they're gonna let fans in?
I don't think I've heard anything.
If fans are being locked out, then I would think the odds of them playing are increased. Because then
The fight could be in another country. I'll say that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me find out. But it's just like it's a like how MMA has like a big event, kind of like wrestling has like a pay-per-view. MMA does too, like once every 5-6 weeks, and in between that, every weekend they have like lesser events. You know what I mean? Like they'll be on like Fox or Showtime. Every now and then they have like good events. Sometimes not so much. This one doesn't look great from afar.
Yeah.
But like I feel like if they do it this weekend, they probably will continue to offer it unless the scare gets worse. So I'm just trying to hang on to anything at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Here's a question from a DFS related question. Oh damn! Well,
What's that?
I did see it, but I think I just lost it. It was about Boban. Juice said, "How surprised were both of you with Boban's 15.5x yesterday? Honest opinion."
Like, not surprised at all. I missed that he was starting. I drove home from work and was talking to my girlfriend on the ride home. Didn't even see it happen, so I had none. And got home and saw what was up and saw that he had already had 9 points in 3 minutes. I was like, oh, he's the oh wow, and I knew right away what was going to happen. Had I gotten that news, I'm fairly confident I would have done a red alert. This is Boban, because we've done this in the past, and if Boban's starting, you play him guaranteed at min price. Holy shit! So I was shell shocked by that, but I did have Bradley, and I was like, Bradley's going to outscore him. I don't think.
Yeah, no. To me, it was once they said he was starting. That's when I was like, shit.
Yeah,
you know
you knew
it.
How much did you get?
I raised him to 30. I didn't lower any Tony Bradley because I got greedy. But yeah.
Yeah, you were gonna have Bradley Boban teams with both of them going 15x.
Yes, I was ready.
You're gonna have the best night of your life, pretty much.
Yes. Yes. DFS porn. Two guys, two centers at min price that have the upside to 15x. Would have been great. IMAX says the FanDuel lobby has NASCAR and EPL. So that's it, NASCAR and soccer. That's all DraftKings got open right now.
Yeah. So, I don't think they have MMA on FanDuel, so that's still alive too.
Yeah.
And League of Legends is still alive.
Yeah, the esports.
But that's it. NASCAR I could see surviving because the competitors don't have to make contact, and I could really see that continuing unless the crew teams and that are too much at risk and they don't want to do that. But MMA, I'd be shocked. I really don't see them letting people fight and sweat all over each other.
I mean, the statistics are going to continue to get worse. So, you're going to hear more of the scary numbers. It's going to continue to grow. This many people got it. I think even in New Jersey, they just said, somebody in the town over from me. And I think, and there's obviously, more. By the time you hear a number, there's more than that out there. That's just what they've reached. They've just discovered that much. There's people who are carrying it and don't even realize they're sick. And you know what I mean? And just, infect 3 or 4 people at the store, just blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I do think that it will get canceled once they understand, if you don't, because it's going to turn into, if you don't cancel your event, everybody is going to assume that, you're, a greedy bastard. They're going to assume you're, what's his name? James Dolan. Our boy, Double OG, a.k.a. Wig Splitter, is in the YouTube chat. He said, MMA is closed for event. Closed door. So no crowds is what they're saying. No crowds.
But there'll be a slate then.
Yeah.
So, Wig Splitter, what do you say, bro? One slate. Come out of retirement.
Come out of retirement, Wiggy. You got to hook it up, bro.
Come on, Wig. Do it for the nation, Wig.
Wiggy Wiggleson.
I'll do a show with you. I don't care. I'll do it.
Wiggleson. Let's go, Wig.
Anything to make this happen.
Yes.
Let us know.
And send me some ribs. Man, my man could barbecue. Send me some ribs, Wig.
I'm sure he can.
Let's do it. I'll risk it.
How far is the delay from the chat from when we say something? 10 seconds?
I think so. 10 or 15 seconds. Yeah, I would say, but right now, he just said LOL. So he must have just heard us start the conversation about...
Right. Wig. I hope the nation is chanting and you can hear it.
Yeah, you could hear it.
And he drops like, "I'll do it," and the crowd's like, "Yeah."
When I call him Wiggy Wiggleson, that really gets him going. It does. He likes that.
Ask Wiggleson who wins in the Khabib versus Tony Ferguson fight.
There you go. Wig, tell us who wins that. Wig says, I'm studying up hard for the MMA World Cup.
In the semis. I don't know what that is, but that's great.
It sounds awesome. That works
the
awesome.
Double OG.
You got in the semis before I did. Now I'm on a delay with the chat, bro. Like, you're getting the message. You're getting the message before me.
I got connections, bro.
You obviously do, because I got the goddamn control panel here. I'm literally in the control panel, man. And I get that shit second. You don't know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. I get it. So yeah, Wig says Lee versus Olivier is the main event.
Yeah. So Lee was this young up and comer, and he had like fallen on hard times, like lost by decision a couple like of his fights that if he would have won would have made him a star. And he was actually like fighting the new up and coming star kid. He was 12-0, was running everyone over, and Lee devastated him, knocked him out, and like put himself back on the map. It was a great moment. I mean,
your audio like cut out for a second at the end there.
Audio guy.
Do you know a guy that has an audio guy? Wig says Kevin Lee is gonna win.
Yeah, that's great, awesome. But I want to know who's gonna win Khabib versus Tony Ferguson.
Can't help you there. Wig, is it safe to take the money that I was going to use on DFS up until that day and dump it all on Kevin Lee? Is that safe? Is that cash game? Is that a cash game viable strategy, Wig?
I mean, I wonder what the odds are. Is the DraftKings like Sportsbook got it?
Oh yeah, they probably do. I'll pull that shit up real quick. Sure they do. Gotta log in. See how this goes.
I wonder who Vegas Dave likes in that fight.
Vegas Dave likes the winner. Don't you get it? He always likes the winner.
How do I do it?
I don't know.
Kevin Lee is minus 140.
That's not even that bad odds for an MMA fight. Like it's not bad at all.
That means the public split.
I have to get down.
Oh, this actually is a decent slate though. Johnny Walker's on it. Is that for real? Is this the whole?
Yeah, it looks like it.
March 9th. No, this ain't March 9th. March 9th.
No, March 14th. March 14th, Saturday. Yeah.
That's my brother's birthday.
Ooh, and there's a fight going down. A scheduled bunch of fights. Is he?
No, it's actually.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good card, actually. This kid Johnny Walker is exciting as shit. Oh no, that's not. Is that who Lee beat? I think that is who Lee beat. Johnny Walker. He was a win away from trying to get a shot at Bones Jones, and he's won his fights in exciting fashion. I was kind of bummed when it might have been him. That's who got beat. Damian Maya's on this card. He's pretty cool. MMA is a really exciting fight sport, actually. Get with
it. Wake says Khabib versus Ferguson is cursed. Have to wait and see if the fight actually happens.
It's been postponed 4 times.
Yeah.
Like they've gotten to like the face-offs, the weigh-ins, or like close, within a week, and then fights got canceled, like going back like 4 years.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. But anyway, Nation, we'll be around. We're gonna keep in touch because, what else are we gonna do? Like realistically, like what? Yeah, you got the day grind on it. Was that?
You guys are gonna get really into a slate, or there's something you want us to drop content on?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, that's
We'll
a
do
great
it.
point. Let us know
Serve the nation.
in the chat, in the comments, if there's anything you wanted to discuss, and we'll try to do some strategy stuff too. Right? We got baseball coming up. We have a few things we could do, so we'll do some strategy videos, some basic stuff. But anything at all that like you want to cover, why not? We'll hang out because that's really all we're doing is hanging out with y'all, and we just like hanging out with y'all. So we figured let's just, instead of doing nothing, let's just come on here and talk to the nation and discuss the state of the nation. And the nation is still alive, well, and strong, and will continue to be. And we still need likes, so hit those likes, and we'll keep dropping dirties.
You son of a dirty.
You son of a dirty. D Millie. I haven't seen your ass in a minute. D Millie, our boy D Millie, pops in.
D Millie.
Before we leave, we'll address this real quick.
Sort of a legend.
Thoughts on Pete Alonso, sophomore year. He's got a draft on Sunday. Keeper league. Also, Alonso is out there. I got second pick if they play. What do you mean if they play?
You want me to go first?
Yes.
I am extremely bullish on Pete Alonso. That type of rookie year was really unseen except for Aaron Judge and a handful of studs like Ken Griffey Jr. There's only a few people that can come on the scene and dominate like that. And for him, on a bad team, it's a lot harder. You're not in as many good situations with guys on base, and he in a tough park to hit home runs, he just dominated. He won the home run derby. That guy's special, and I'm extremely bullish on him. So I don't care. First round, I'd be taking him mid to late. I'd be willing to.
Polar bear.
I'm in Pete Alonso by a lot.
I'm with it. Week 3. Week 3. Long time. OG week 3.
She is an OG.
How to play sportsbooks in casinos.
How to play sportsbooks
in the casinos. So I'm assuming that's how to play the casinos on the sportsbooks, maybe the online casinos, maybe.
Okay. Do not go into the online. Okay, do not. You want to bet on sports in the sports book? Small amounts. I could definitely, tell you the way that I would approach it. Hit me, DM me in Slack. I'll tell you. But do not go into online casino. Do not. Don't even think about it. Don't. The worst thing that you can do in life to yourself or to anyone you love is to have to tell them that you lost some of the money that you need for something in life in an online casino. Oh man, that's as low as it gets. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
Week said no, go into casinos. So how to go to the casinos and go to the sports books?
Well, there are no sports left, but yeah, if it's in your state's legal, you go to wherever the sports books are. It's mostly casinos.
Go to the sports book. You'll go up. They'll either have a machine or they'll have the tellers. You go up to the tellers. I don't even know if I guess use the tellers, and that's it. Just drop it on them. Drop it like it's hot. Say I'm here to do dirties.
Yeah.
To your neighbors.
Just
and then drop it like it's hot. Just blow. Drop stacks. Drop stacks.
If you see Vegas, tell them to go fuck themselves.
Fair enough.
How do I do it?
I don't know. All right, Nation, hit that like button. We'll be back at some point soon. We'll be in touch. For myself, for Paulie D, the entire WiseTake Nation, as always, good luck.
Damn.
Yeah.